New World Order, Bishop Grady, letting y'all know what the fuck going on for this BFN Report, man. Make sure y'all sign my petition, get Donald Trump off Twitter. You can find the change.org link in my Instagram bio, GradyGrant716. Stop the KKK, Kings Killing Kings, man. We all we got. Go ahead, get you a shirt and some other gear and paraphernalia at blackfoxnews.com/shop. Now, today is supposed to be the day that Robert Mueller actually gave a testimony, and he already did, to the House Intelligence Committee and the House Judiciary Committee. Now, I'm not personally interested. One, he submitted that Robert Mueller report 124 days ago. Now, this was a report that was supposed to sum up the investigation into collusion between the Trump administration, possible collusion between the Trump administration and Russia, on whether there was collusion or not to win the 2016 election, and look into whether Trump had already obstructed justice. And Holmes already spoke about it. You know what I'm saying? People just don't know how to read between the lines. But he basically said, like, you know, Trump did, you know what I mean, without saying it. You know what I mean? Pay attention, y'all. Green Wall graduation. The New World Order, Bishop Grady, letting y'all know what the fuck going on for this BFN Report, man. Make sure y'all sign my petition, get Donald Trump off Twitter. Find the change.org link in my Instagram bio. Stop the Kings Killing Kings, man. We all we got. Go ahead and get you a shirt too at blackfoxnews.com/shop. You can find the link in my Instagram bio, in Black Fox News Instagram bio, pardon me. Now check this out. Over in so there've been a lot of protests going on in Puerto Rico and even in New York that are calling for the resignation, have been calling for the resignation of the governor of Puerto Rico, Ricardo Rosselló. Now, this was because there were a bunch of leaked text messages showing him saying disparaging remarks about people he should be caring about and people he should be dealing with, like New York City Council Speaker Melissa Mark Viverito, calling her a whore. You know what I'm saying? The mayor of San Juan, Carmen Yulín Cruz, only person outspoken against Trump's ridiculousness dealing with Puerto Rico and Hurricane Maria, joked about shooting her, dissing Hurricane Maria victims and all of that. So people wanted him out of there, and Nueva Dia revealed that he's actually resigning. So we'll see how this goes out. Green Wall graduation. New World Order, Bishop Grady, letting y'all know what the fuck going on for this BFN Report, man. Make sure you sign my petition, get Donald Trump off Twitter. Find the change.org link in my Instagram bio, and stop the KKK, the Kings Killing Kings, man. Go ahead and get you a shirt at blackfoxnews.com/shop. You can find that link in the Black Fox News bio on Instagram. Now check this out. The Office of Refugee Resettlement is actually saying that there are thousands of children that are at risk of being essentially stuck at the southern border detention centers indefinitely. This is coming because sponsors who otherwise would be sponsoring these detention centers and these programs are actually falling back because of Trump's hardline immigration policy. So with that being said, that's leading to thousands of children possibly being stuck there indefinitely, and most of these people were unaccompanied. Most of these children didn't come with any parents. Therefore, you're gonna have children basically staying in these detention centers up until they reach 18 and get transferred to a migrant detention center, an adult one. So who knows what'll come out as a result of that. Green Wall and graduation. The New World Order, Bishop Grady, letting y'all know what the fuck going on for this BFN Report, man. Make sure y'all sign my petition, get Donald Trump off Twitter. Link in the Instagram bio, GradyGrant716. Also at Black Fox News Instagram bio, blackfoxnews.com/shop. The link is there. You can get yourself some shit like this, man. Stop the KKK, Kings Killing Kings, man. We all we got, man. Make sure you go ahead and support BFN Shop. Now, over in by Texas, Francis Erwin Galicia. This is an 18-year-old kid that was walking around with his 17-year-old brother Marlon, and we're headed to a soccer game last month, and then they end up detained by Border Patrol and taken to a Border Patrol station near the border. Now, Customs and Border Patrol were given an ID, a Texas ID, and these Texas IDs actually have your social security number on it, whatever. They accused the documents of being fake, did not essentially care about what they were claiming, and they ended up detained for several weeks. Marlon actually ended up signing a voluntary deportation order, and is out in Mexico now. Green Wall and graduation, man. For the New World Order, Bishop Grady, letting y'all know what the fuck going on, man. Make sure you sign my petition, get Donald Trump off Twitter. You can find the change.org link in my Instagram bio. Stop the KKK too, man. The kings killing kings. Yo, we all we got, man. Go ahead, get you a shirt, some other paraphernalia. All shapes, colors, and sizes at blackfoxnews.com/shop. You can find the link in the Black Fox News bio on the gram. Now, check this out. Shout out to all the people in Hermitage, Tennessee, but specifically the one that took part in this action. So they were ICE agents, Immigration and Customs Enforcement, who was actually coming there to detain a man, call him out, coming out of his building. Now this is a man that's lived there for 14 years, but you know, we know these immigration policies don't really give a fuck, right? So he's coming out and about to take his son to somewhere, but basically his ICE pulls up, so they end up staying in their van. So then people that were around the community actually ended up just coming and bringing them water and food or whatever while they stayed there in their van during this standoff. And eventually they formed a human chain against ICE, allowing them to the man and his kid to go back in the house. Keep in mind that ICE only had an administrative warrant, meaning it wasn't signed by a judge, meaning they can't just barge in your shit. And that's how that went down. Green Wall and graduation. The New World Order, Bishop Grady, letting y'all know what the fuck going on for this BFN report, man. Make sure y'all sign my petition. Get Donald Trump off Twitter. You can find the change.org link in my Instagram bio. And this is exactly why I'll be calling for that shit. He goes on Twitter and basically threatens to retaliate against Guatemala because basically they didn't sign this safe third country deal that Trump was trying to work out with their president, Jimmy Morales. You know what I mean? Now they weren't Jimmy Morales was actually supposed to meet with Donald Trump earlier this month, but he canceled the trip due to everybody in Guatemala basically being against that deal. Now Trump goes on Twitter and threatens them with tariffs and an unspecified ban and things of that nature, a remittance fee even. So we'll see if this turns out. I mean, the Safe Third Country bill was designed to put any asylum seekers in Guatemala, no matter country or origin, while they're being processed. Green Wall and graduation. The New World Order, Bishop Grady, letting y'all know what the fuck going on for this BFN report, man. Make sure y'all sign my petition. Get Donald Trump off Twitter. This disgusting person or whoever is actually managing that account they need to be stopped from being able to just say whatever, do whatever from behind that account without any accountability, you dig? Now, check this out. Also, check out BFN Shop, blackfoxnews.com/shop. Get you cool shit like this in all different colors and sizes, man. Stop the KKK, the Kings killing kings, we all we got, man. Make sure you pay attention. Now, the Justice Department actually opened up a probe into whether companies like Facebook, Google, Apple, and Amazon are actually violating antitrust laws. Antitrust laws are set to essentially prevent monopolies, or more specifically, they're looking into whether these companies, social media, search engines, and retail practices actually stifle market competition. And we'll see what happens. The House Judiciary Committee is opening up its own investigation as well. So, Green Wall and graduation, stay woke. Go to Bishop Grady, letting y'all know what the fuck going on for this BFN report, man. Make sure you sign my petition too. Get Donald Trump off Twitter, man. His reign on Twitter has to stop. Him or whoever's managing that account. You can find a link in the change.org link in my Instagram bio, GradyGrant716. Also check out blackfoxnews.com/shop. You can find a link in the Black Fox News Instagram bio. Now, the FTC, the Federal Trade Commission, they're actually filing a complaint against Facebook. Facebook being the owner of the Instagram, this shit that you probably looking at me through right now. They don't own YouTube, that's Google, but that's another story. Now, this complaint is about them not properly informing users on how their data is being handled. For example, in that two-step authentication process where they attain users' phone numbers, these phone numbers users don't know that their phone numbers are allowed to be taken by third parties. That could be why you're getting a lot of them crazy ass fucking calls. Also, even in they didn't inform users that there's a way to turn off the facial recognition technology that's used to identify people and tag photos. So, but a lot of people I come across wouldn't give a fuck anyway. But it's good to know that people's out here frontlining for your own privacy and freedom, even if you don't hold them important. Green Wall graduation. The New World Order, Bishop Grady, letting y'all know what the fuck going on for this BFN report, man. Make sure y'all sign my petition. Get Donald Trump off Twitter. You gotta get him out of here, man. You can find that link in the change.org or you can find the change.org link in my Instagram bio, GradyGrant716. Also, Kings, stop the KKK, Kings killing kings, man. That's a message. But it's also a shirt and it's other good paraphernalia too at BFN Shop. BlackFoxNews.com/shop. You can find the link in the Black Fox News bio. Now, check this out. Ken Esper has actually been named the official new Secretary of Defense. He was basically brought in by the Senate and approved as a new Secretary of Defense. People against it are the people that tend to fight for the rights of people who watch me, like, you know what I mean, Cory Booker, Kamala Harris, you know what I'm saying, Kristen Gillibrand, etc., right? But keep in mind that this dude used to be a former aerospace executive and a top lobbyist for Raytheon. Go figure, because Trump is invested in Raytheon, and this is the Raytheon missiles overseas, so, you know, the corruption never stops. Green Wall and graduate. The New World Order, Bishop Grady, letting y'all know what the fuck going on for this BFN Report, man. Make sure y'all sign my petition. Get Donald Trump off Twitter. Find the change.org link in my Instagram bio, laying out exactly why he should be removed. Also, check out blackfoxnews.com/shop, pardon me. blackfoxnews.com/shop. I'm sure you'll find the link somewhere, but it's definitely in the Instagram bio for Black Fox News Instagram. Now, check this out. Over in the Senate Judiciary Committee actually had a hearing where they basically grilled FBI Director Christopher Wray. Now, during this hearing, you know, they tried to ask him Robert Mueller questions and all of that, and he, you know, didn't really answer most of those. And, you know, Robert Mueller was basically being grilled today, so it's like, what's the point? But at the same time, what he did admit that was big was that not only is Russia bent on interfering in U.S. elections and China being presented as the greatest counterintelligence threat that we have, but he also said that there were over 100 arrests of domestic terror made last year, and most of them are linked to white supremacy. Green Wall and graduation. I'm sure they hated to hear that. You know, the Senate supports white supremacy. Most of them motherfuckers, you know what I mean? Green Wall and graduation. New World Order, Bishop Grady, letting y'all know what the fuck going on for this BFN Report. Make sure y'all sign my petition. Get Donald Trump off Twitter. You can find the change.org link in my Instagram bio. You can also check out blackfoxnews.com/shop, man. Get shit like this, man. Stop the KKK. Kings killing kings. We all we got, man. Yo, check that link out, though, at the Black Fox News Instagram bio. Now, Kamala Harris is a senator, 2020 presidential candidate. Her and Congressmember Gerald Nadler actually introduced a bill that would decriminalize marijuana on a federal level. Now, this would also expunge low-level marijuana offenses, and it would actually invest in communities of color. So, you know, I don't know if she's blowing smoke up people's asses or if they blowing smoke up people's asses or what, but something like this would need congressional approval across the board. The president will have to sign off on it. You know, racist motherfuckers, they make a lot of money off of people of color going to prison, so we'll see how this pans out. Green Wall and graduation. The New World Order, Bishop Grady, letting y'all know what the fuck going on for this BFN Report. Make sure y'all sign my petition too. Get Donald Trump off Twitter. You can find the change.org link in my Instagram bio, GradyGrant716, laying out exactly why it needs to be removed. Also, stop the KKK, man. The Kings killing kings, yo. Go ahead, get you a shirt, support the movement, and get it all colors and sizes at blackfoxnews.com/shop. You can find that link in the Instagram bio for Black Fox News. Now, check this out. Senate finally voted to pass the bill that would actually fund the 9/11 Victims Compensation Fund. Now, this is basically going towards people who, during September 11, 2001, and responding to the cause of there being buildings on fire, you know, the World Trade Center buildings on fire or whatnot, they actually came, responded, you know, firefighters and police or whatever, and inhaled a lot of toxic shit and are suffering for it. So this fund is needed for them. Now all they got to do is deal with who are the real culprits. Green Wall and graduate. The New World Order, Bishop Grady, letting y'all know what the fuck going on for this BFN Report. Make sure y'all sign my petition too, man. Get Donald Trump off Twitter. I'm gonna keep saying this until we get him the fuck out of there. As you see, every week he does some crazy shit that adds on to it. Stop the KKK too, my brothers and sisters. Stop the Kings killing kings and the Queens killing queens, though. But you can get the KKK shirt at blackfoxnews.com/shop. Link in the Black Fox News bio on Instagram. Now, the House Ways and Means Committee, along with New York State officials, have actually been trying to get a hold of Trump's tax returns, state tax returns, and Trump actually sued both of them recently to halt the turnover of his return. So we'll see how that even pans out. I mean, Richard Neal, who's actually the committee chair for the House Ways and Means Committee, he actually has been the one, like, you know, issuing these subpoenas, well, you know, that chair and that committee in general, issuing these subpoenas and even changing the laws in New York State or whatever in order to get a hold of these returns. And so far it's been unsuccessful. Homes really don't want nobody to see that shit. Greenwald graduate.